Carelessness and cannabis triggered a house fire in San Diego. When firefighters put out the flames, they discovered an elaborate pot-growing operation there in the garage. Firefighters say some of those marijuana plants did burn. They also say one person was treated for smoke inhalation.
I inhaled so much smoke.
I love that. Go ahead. Go ahead and introduce.
Hi, my name is Madison Bonds. I'm Amarillo's prettiest homewrecker with a heart of gold, and thank you for tuning in to the weekly Relapse.
Work is out.
You are listening to
A little loud, sorry.
Relapse. Your host, Skylar Potter.
The day is done. Let's party, junkies. It's good for your soul. Every now and then it's lose control. So please don't be scared. Come and dance if you dare.
What's going on, junkies? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the weekly Relapse. I'm your host, Skylar Potter. Madison Bonds. What's up, dude?
Not much. What's up with you?
Not a lot, man. Are you gonna? I'm excited. Oh, there's a bunch of comedy stuff coming up and all that. Did you see that benefit that we're doing?
Which one?
There's that benefit that Austin put together at Zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 24th. I'm excited about that. It's gonna be for a good cause.
Yeah, I'm fun.
I keep on. I feel bad because I keep forgetting the name. You know what I mean?
Who knows?
I'm bad with names. Like, I don't even know my friends' names most of the time. Like, you've seen me at an open mic trying to introduce people.
Yeah.
Like, I'll ask I think I've done it to you. I'll ask, like, what is your last name? Like, 9 times.
I'm like, yeah, I do the same thing. I've been working with the same people for 3 months, and I'm still like, that one is, I think it's a J. Yep, let's go with the J.
Yeah, I'm really, really bad with fucking names, dude. I don't know what it is. I know one name I'll never forget, and that's Sod Poodles. I'm pissed off about that shit.
I think it was a great idea.
No.
It sounds like a totally valid baseball team name.
Dude,
So.
I'm telling you, this is what's gonna happen. It's the Sod Poodles. That's it, right? And then everyone voted for it. Like, click. This is hilarious. And then they're gonna build the stadium. They're gonna stick with it. No one's gonna go. It's gonna fail. And then everyone who voted for it is gonna be like, "Told you shouldn't have built it in the first place." They're gonna blame. It's like, dude, we could have named them something awesome. Like, who was coming up with those names?
I don't know. I really don't want to know.
Like, I don't know how many submissions they had, but they narrowed it down to like 5 really bad ones.
Yeah, it was honestly, out of all of them, Sod Poodles was the best. Like,
What's crazy is you should never give people who don't care the vote for something like that. Like an online vote, they didn't even have to leave the house. Like, if it was like a go to leave your house vote, I guarantee you there were some badass names. Like, let's say they came up with 100 of them. Right, I guarantee you there were so much better than Sod Poodle.
Yeah, if you had to get up and like put shoes on to go put in a vote.
Yeah, you'd be like, I'm gonna take it seriously.
You have to care
Whenever
a
you
little
got
more.
there, like as soon as you got there, you'd be like, dude, I'm here. And then you have to like, I don't know, you have to read 100 names.
Oh God, and like there were a lot of just like joke names and all that. I mean, joke names were the top 5, so
Yeah.
really. But
I was kind of bummed that we didn't have the open mic. I guess my dogs are. One of them's in heat, so they keep like barking at one another.
it's fun. That's a good.
Yeah, it's
time.
awful. It is absolutely terrible. I was kind of bummed that we didn't have the open mic this week at Whiskey River like normal.
Mm-hmm.
But on the 20th, we're gonna have Urbana and Whiskey River,
Ooh,
so we get
that's
to
gonna be
hit
fun.
the stage twice, and then that following Thursday, there's like a full-blown free comedy show at Leftwoods.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a fun month, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back into it. Like I just kind of dropped off the face of the earth for a little bit.
Well, you said you just moved though.
Yeah, I like all in one sitting. I kind of like I got kicked out of my other place because my former roommate's a crazy person. And then, I mean, I am too, but like I asked, I was like, I loaned him $300 and I asked for it back, and he was like, "You can get out of my house." And I was like, "Cool, nice, get the."
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then I got a new job because I was being like harassed at my last job, and then I ended up moving, and like we had issues with other roommates, and it was just like, I don't have time to do anything except for deal with life.
That and it, dude. You get in these there's a lot of time where I'll focus so much time on, all right, I got to do podcasts, I got to do this, I got to make sure I write, I got to be ready for this open mic, I got to get ready for this, I got to, and then like there's a week where I'm like, man, fuck all that. Like I'm just gonna play video games. That's all I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I've had like 3 months of that. So.
Because like I don't want to get to the point to where I'm like I hate doing this.
Mm-hmm,
Like, I don't want to hate doing podcasts. Like it's one of my favorite things that I do.
Yeah.
So if I keep doing it and like feel obligated to do it versus just do it whenever I want,
yeah,
it becomes like a job, and like I don't want to fucking do that.
No.
Like I'd rather play Fallout.
That's yeah, that's how I got with poetry. I don't know, I felt like I was forcing myself to go to open mic, forcing myself to write, and I hated it.
And I feel when I force myself to write, sometimes I get some great shit.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, it's just not that good. It's just not, like I'm going nowhere in the story.
Yeah.
Not punching it up at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But whenever I find something that like throughout the day that I'm like, oh shit, I need to write about that.
Yeah.
Like I saw, like if you drive by this graveyard over here,
Mm-hmm.
there's a sign. They made multiple signs. There's like 5 of them. That are buy one get one free on burial spots.
Oh no.
I swear to God, I drove by, I read it, and I looked back for it, and I was like, what? And then I looked back, and I was like, does that fucking say? And my girlfriend was like, yeah, that totally said buy one get one.
That's for the people that are like, if I'm going down, you're going down with me.
Yeah, well, no, it's like it's for families. I understand, but like I imagine most people drove by the way I did. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
But there was a dude who was like, great deal. He pulled over. He went and stopped. He like hit the whatever it is, the number he called. He was like, I need 8. Give me 8 of them, man. My family, we're resting together.
Sounds like he's planning something, honestly.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I need 8. We need to run a background check on you, dude. Like we need to fucking.
We need to.
That's a
search
red
this
flag in
man's
our
house.
system, dude. That's
Do
a
you
red
have-
flag.
Do you have a basement? If so, we need to look through it.
Yeah, dude. We're sending the cops to your house. Where you at? They're on their fucking way.
They're coming to see.
Yeah, you can't, like, it's so weird. You can't request weird shit anymore. Like, I feel weird, like, even at, like, a restaurant, they're like, I don't like, if I read the menu and this burger sounds awesome, and it
Yeah.
sounds amazing, but it has one ingredient that I don't want,
Mm-hmm.
I get something else.
Really?
I don't want to fuck around with that.
You
Because,
know-
like, I've worked in the restaurant, man.
Yeah.
And I get, like, if it's tomatoes or something, I'm like, yeah, I don't know tomatoes. But
Yeah.
if they're like, it has blue cheese on it, I'm like, well, they did that for a reason. I'm not going to eat this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to, like,
But also, fuck blue cheese.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's like, I also work in a restaurant, so like, anytime there's like blue cheese, and like sometimes in a restaurant like you'll get an extra one of something and it'll just kind of sit there for a minute.
yeah.
And like the blue cheese just like bubbles and like gets purple, and I'm like, why would you put that in your body?
Yeah, dude, blue cheese is disgusting. I remember the first time, and I think you have to have a good experience with it.
Yeah.
The very first time, like you have to, like someone has to be like, this isn't ranch. You know what I mean? Like they gotta tell you, bro. They gotta be like, look, it's gonna taste different, but I promise it's good. It's not gonna be like ranch, like even like a little bit. It's not gonna be like that at all. Cause what happened to me was we were when I was younger, my mom's boyfriend, and he'd always take us skiing. Like when I grew up, we weren't at home, dude.
Yeah.
Like if we were at home, we were in the garage working on motorcycles to go dirt biking, or I was like playing hockey or riding my bike. Like I didn't grow up watching TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now I can't get enough of it. It's like, and I can tell it's bad for me. Like I know for sure. Like I felt so much better whenever I didn't even know. Like I'm like, what is South Park? Like when I found South Park,
Yeah.
I was like 9 or 10 or something like that. My friend was like, you gotta watch this shit. But yeah, we didn't do shit, man. We would go skiing. The first time I had blue cheese, we were skiing, fucking all you can eat buffet,
Really?
made a salad, dumped it with blue cheese,
No.
took one bite and threw up, man.
Oh yeah. It's so like I just eat ranch.
Do you
But
eat
it's-
seafood though?
Oh yeah. No,
See, I can't do that.
I'm Cajun. Like that's.
I can't do that, man. I see, like, I'll go to restaurants and kids are ordering like shrimp cocktails. I'm like, I didn't grow up like that.
Yeah, see, that's like that was just like Saturdays. Like it would be a big thing where you get like a bunch of crawfish and put them in a kiddie pool, and then like all the little kids would like grab them by the claws and like run at each other with them, and you'd boil them and have the corn and potatoes and all that, and like you'd just sit around and adults drink beer, and that's all you did.
That
And,
sounds
like,
so awesome.
It
But
was-
like the minus the food, like
What?
like if it was like we were cooking brisket or something. I'm like, I'm in. That sounds awesome.
I mean, we did that too. We would, like, that's a lot of my, like, all my family.
Where'd you grow up?
Little place called Buna, Texas.
Okay.
Like 30 minutes outside of Beaumont, and Beaumont's an hour and a half north of Houston.
Okay.
So, and it's like, it's right on the border of Texas and Louisiana. So it's like, it's everybody's like slightly Cajun, and you know, there's rivers and stuff everywhere. I was always 5 minutes from water, so like we were either cooking or we used to do things. We'd have days where we'd bale hay.
Dude, if I had never been to a lake as a kid, and like by I was 13, I swear to God, I'd be like, there's water like around here. Like I would have never, like if we didn't travel and go to the lake all the time, I would have had no idea.
See,
like, because Meredith doesn't count. It doesn't.
No, not at all. There's like, Meredith is just kind of like a glorified like.
They found like I always heard this. I don't know if it's true, but I always heard like they found like when it get real low, they find like planes and shit.
Planes.
Yeah, like a plane.
I've heard dead bodies, but
Well, I
not
know for
planes.
sure that's true
Yeah.
because my mom's friend, when they were young, like I guess my mom had dropped a ring in the right, and he was like he was like a school diver, like he was good. That's what he was good at, was swimming. Dove down, never came back up.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
terrible,
God.
right?
Yeah.
That's crazy to think. Like any moment, something crazy could happen.
Yeah. No, that's like down there, like the swamps and like there's swamps, and then the alligators are so bad. If a body gets dumped over there, you're not finding it. Like that's like I think it's like a great aunt who murdered her husband, dumped him off in a bog.
One of your great aunts?
Yeah.
And then they can never prove it?
Yeah, well she confessed. Like that was the only way that they never found the body.
Dude, that's what I've been watching lately. I'm so bored with like normal shit on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm watching like I watched this lady the other day in a courtroom. I guess it was a long time ago. I guess she was accused of killing and hiding 2 of her kids, right? Because she said they were molesting her 2 other kids, and so she never admitted to killing them. And then but they found them. You know what I mean? And in court, one of the kids that were still alive clearly was like calling her like a bad mom, and she like freaked out, and she was like, "Yeah, I killed him." And I was like, "This is the realest thing I've ever seen."
That's what I grew up watching, like all that stuff, and now, like I had like favorite like court cases and stuff when I was like 10, and I watched nothing but like Dateline and Stephen King movies.
I remember like staying up late, like on the weekend or in the summer when I was younger. When I finally had like a TV in my room, I was flipping through. And like I loved Forensic Files.
Yes.
It gave you that fear that you can't. Movies will never scare me the way they did as a kid. Like you can't get that kind of fear, that real. The only way I'm getting scared in a movie usually is like a jump scene.
Yeah.
And they get you, but they're designed to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like when you were a kid, you could watch Forensic Files. There's no jump scenes in Forensic Files, and you would be terrified. Like you legitimately think like this could happen anywhere to anybody, and like
especially like the kidnap cases, like John Benet Ramsey and like what was his name, Adam Walsh and stuff like that. My mother loved to scare me. She'd be like, you know, if you ever walk away from me in Walmart, this guy's gonna come get you like they did to this kid. And she'd like pull up, like she'd like be able to tell me like the exact court case and everything.
I feel like my mom did that. I feel like every parent did that kind of shit.
It's so why would you scare your kid like that?
I remember my mom telling me when I was real young, like I was riding in the front seat, and she swerved around a box, and I would be like, you should have hit it. And she goes, Skylar, don't ever hit a box on the road. There could be a baby in there. And I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, and she said it's so real, like so like matter of factly, like just so you know.
Yeah, my mom would tell me
you
about
commonly find babies in boxes on I-40. You know what I mean? Like,
my mom made it out like prom like dumpster babies were like a totally like legitimate like happens all the time thing. Like,
were they not? I don't know anything.
I don't think so. Like she would just be like, when you go to prom, there's gonna be kids everywhere drinking and there's gonna be dumpster babies and all this stuff. And I'm like, what? I don't want to go to prom.
Hold on, dude. What's so the concept of a dumpster baby is essentially what? Just like
it's like
you're gonna go hang out in prom and like you couldn't like no one was gonna watch your kid.
No,
so you dump them in the dumpster.
The concept, from what I can tell, is you have a child while you're at prom, and then you're like, I don't want this, and you dump it in a dumpster.
So hold on. She was like, I know what they taught you. Like the 9, that's bullshit. You're gonna go there. Everyone's fucking. Everyone's fucking. It's a crazy orgy, and everyone gets pregnant, and then they just bam, they dump the baby. There's a whole dumpster full of babies that were made in prom, dude. So don't go.
That was my mom. My mother was. My mother is so like. I love my mom to death, but everything she wants me to live in a bubble and not go anywhere, and she hates that.
That's like a parental thing, though. I think.
Yeah.
Like I imagine my friend Jordan. We did crazy shit when we were kids. Like I doubt he wants that for his daughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, my mom. Every year, like Beaumont's like an hour and a half from Galveston. So the thing to do when you're like 12, 13, 14 is go to Galveston and just hang out and go on the boardwalk and like stare.
We went to the mall. Yeah. That's what we did. This place sucks. We didn't do shit.
We'd just like stare at the smoke shop and want to go in but couldn't go in. But
I was so stupid as a kid. I bought my skateboards from a head shop and I didn't even know. Like I had no idea. Like I got yelled at for going in there by my mom. She was like, "Going in this head shop." I was like, "I don't know what the fuck is a head shop."
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know. I was so sheltered as a kid. Like I literally didn't even know weed was green until like the first time I smoked it.
Yeah.
Like I had no. Like I saw like people joke about it. Like they'd like take the pencil shavings and roll it up.
Yeah.
And I thought that looked so awesome because it looked like a cigarette to me.
Mm-hmm.
And the color of the end's green. I'm like, you ruined it. This looks stupid. Like I had no idea.
Yeah. No, there's a smoke shop in Galveston. They have on the side, the wall, like there's like a big like drawing of Pink Floyd's The Wall, and like then Abbey Road, like just, and that was the thing to do when you were like a little like 13-year-old alternative kid, was to go take pictures next to it. But it was on the side of the smoke shop, so like my mom would let me go take the picture and then usher me away from it quickly. I remember being 18 and finally like going to Galveston and like going in, and it's not a great smoke shop, but like it was so like it was just like, I've been waiting forever to do this.
Yeah. Dude, I remember do you remember how dangerous it felt? Like I don't know if everyone felt like this, but the first time I had my own, like I used to just see like a weed pipe. Mm-hmm. And it just looked so crazy to me.
Yeah. Like
I was impressed that they had it. You know what I mean? Like I remember going like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And now you see one because we're jaded. We're like, yeah, that's cool. That's badass pipe, dude.
Yeah.
Like but like I used to like when I'd see it, it was almost like okay, this is happening. Like this is I'm about to get stoned.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
No, it's just like sitting on somebody's like.
You're like, oh, cool.
Hey, like sick rig, my dude. Like.
Yeah, that's it. It's just like, oh, that's cool, man. Cool pot. You're basically like, you mind if I hit that shit or what?
Yeah, no, I remember like it was like the third time I'd ever smoked, and I was at my friend's house, and it turned 420, and we all went like, oh, it's 420, and she pulls out this like Cool Whip container full of like dro, and like she was probably 5 or 6 feet away from me, and immediately I could smell it, and I was like, hell yeah, this is so cool. And then she pulls out this like tiny ass little bong, and she's like, let's go smoke. And I took 3 big rips, but like I said, I'd never really smoked. I'd never really gotten high.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, I guess it just doesn't affect me or whatever. So I hit it a lot. And then we walk back into the house, and about 15 minutes later, like they're on the computer watching like the lip gloss video. And I remember standing and then just being on the ground. I'm like, I think I need to go to the hospital. And they're like, you're fine, drink some water.
I remember like getting really scared.
Yeah.
Like everyone, like I've talked to some people who were like, I didn't get high the first time. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I can't believe you, just because I got fucking scared. Like I know for sure. Mm-hmm. And then the next day it worked out so crazy, because like that was like probably the most reckless thing I'd ever done at that point. I even had like adult supervision when I did it.
Yeah.
And so we get super baked, and then we go to the pool, and for some reason my mom was avid about coming to pick me up, and not my cousin who was with me. Yeah. So she was like, his mom needs to come pick him up. I'm coming in. Like, what was crazy, they lived like a block and a half away. Like my mom could have picked us up, dropped him off, and then we could have gone. You know, like they lived like, so Nick could have walked. Yeah. And get in the car, and like I could just tell I was in trouble, and I you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, they fucking know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how they know. Did I call them? Like, did I call them last night? Like, did I talk? Like, what the did I forget to call them? Like, I was freaking out. And what had happened was, I guess parents get bored and start going through your shit. You know what I mean? Like, they just get bored. Like, what the fuck has he been up to? Yeah. And they found like 3 or 4 Korn CDs.
Oh boy.
And 2 Marilyn Manson CDs. And so they took, and I had a huge CD collection. Like, when it was stacked up on the living room table, it was legit like a little over a foot tall. Like, just the discs. Not the cases, just the discs. Shit. And they had gone through and scratched every single one with a butter knife.
That's...
I'm not bullshitting.
That's
and then I was
hateful.
grounded for music for like 6 months.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's like...
And I think the reason I got super grounded was because my mom's like, "Where did you get the Marilyn Manson CDs?" And I was like, "I bought them." She's like, "Where'd you get the money?" And I should have lied. I should have been like, "I saved lunch money and did it," but I had told the fucking truth. And I was like, "Use my Easter money to buy it," and that was like, my mom's crazy religious, dude. Yeah. Like, she was like, "That's not cool. Like, that is not like." We had to go to church. Like, we upped how many times we were going to church. Yeah. That was for Korn. Yeah. And they were more mad about the Korn than Marilyn Manson.
So, like, when my mom, super Southern Baptist lady, and like, when I turned 15, I started like going to like local punk shows and stuff like that. And,
same.
I would tell my mom like, "Oh, this is like my friend's band," and I'd play her like a song, and it'd be like a different band that I knew she didn't know. Yeah. And it'd be like, "Yeah, that's who I'm going to see," and so then I'd go and like go to bands like Delicious Fuzz and fucking Motorbud and shit like that. And so I went to this I went to this like show, and it was at a dive bar, and I was 16 at the time, and it started at noon and ended at like 1 a.m. and like I stayed for the whole damn show, but like I guess I gotten tagged in like a Facebook thing that like showed like the bands and stuff, and she like looked at the bands, and one of the bands there, they had a song called "God Drinks Beers and Loves Queers," and she was like, "You need to come home now."
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I remember a band, Discarcia, that played here in Amarillo, and I remember my mom wanted to, before I went, she's like, "Oh, I need to hear what kind of music they are," and I played her "Taking Back Sunday," and Discarcia was like Black Dahlia Murder. Yeah. Like, they were heavy, and I was like, my mom's gonna say no to that shit. Yeah. And so, the first couple times I saw him, that was like the third time that time was like the third time I was actually going to see him, so I really wanted to go, so I was trying to sell it. First couple times I would just stay the night at a friend's house who was planning on going. Go do that. Like, yeah, let's go check this band out. Yeah. Like, the Illuminati was what the venue was called, and it was right across the street from my school. So it was like within walking distance of my house. Yeah. On top of, we could go there for lunch, and they would sometimes have bands would set up and play during our lunch, and we get like a free show. Yeah. So I was like all about going there. Yeah, I miss stuff like that. Like, we had the pod, we had all like the Pigeonhole. That was a dope little venue that we had here in Amarillo for a while.
See, I miss a lot of like, the biggest thing I miss about Beaumont is like the local music scene and the amount of like places. Like, it's not all like bars. There's places like Red Room and the Gig and shit like that, and there's this place called the Logon, which is basically like if you combined Golden Light and the 806. So it's like a coffee shop, but it also has a big stage, and but that's what we would do like on Friday nights, is we'd go to Crockett Street and go see like Seaman Demon at the Gig or whatever.
That's the name of the band, Seaman Demon?
There's a band called Seaman Demon.
That's amazing.
And it's all these little like 16, or they were 16 like when they started. Like, I was 19, so I was like, oh, little 16-year-old kids, but they like fucking, they killed it. But man,
I used to be really like I was all about the metal scene, but I grew out of it, man. I grew out of, like, I don't know what it was. I was all about death metal, grindcore, like anything like that, anything with a breakdown. I wanted to fucking jam it, and then eventually I just got fucking over it. Like, I was like, dude, I can't. It all sounds the same to me now.
Yeah. See, I've never really had a metal phase. I've always been a big punk fan, and so I go see the punk bands. And then recently I dated a guy who's in a metal band here, and I went to a show, and I was like, I don't really understand this, but I'm gonna support you.
See, I liked metal a lot, and then I got really into, I guess, like, I think mushrooms may have been the issue, man.
Yeah.
I think I ate mushrooms and was like, I think I love everybody, dude. I can't do this metal shit anymore. And just started jamming, like Modest Mouse and stuff, and then eventually was able to, like, I'm so thankful I found hip-hop, dude. I love rap music so much.
Same.
And, like, I used to, like, if, like, middle school me was like, rap, you can't spell crap without rap. You know, like fucking, I hated it. I don't know why. I think it was just because it was something to be against.
I
Like,
think
you had to stand up for something.
It's just like a byproduct of living here, I think. Like, in Texas, like, I mean, we do have, like, Bun B and Pimp C and all those people who are from Texas and are great rappers, but, like, a lot of people will just have that, like, country state of mind. They're like, well, it's not music, and it's not this and that and that. And I'm like, no.
Well, yeah, and, like, I hate whenever you see, like a, because kid is molded by its parents.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I really hate whenever you see, like, a kid's parents being like, and then they're like, you can tell, man. Like, I don't know how to express what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah.
But, like, I really, like, okay, like, for instance, like, if a parent goes around all day going, fuck Obama,
Yeah.
that kid's going to be like, fuck Obama. He's not even going to be able to, he doesn't even have the ability to choose for himself until he's, like, 19 at this point, because he's so deeply enrooted, like, in fuck Obama, that he doesn't care. Like, he's not even going to research it whenever he gets a little older. Like 15, 16, whenever you really start, like, I wonder what the fuck all that's about.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's how I mean, up until the time I was, like, 15, I was, like, super Republican, hated gay people, like, would go on rants about, like, why gay people shouldn't be able to marry, and, like, now I'm, like, and then I hit 16 and I realized that I was bi, and, like, now I'm just, like, pretty left and super gay, and
see, I don't understand I don't understand left and right. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't understand what that is. I understand that, like, I can tell you for sure. I think it's there. I can tell you who's like I am left or I am right. You can tell those dudes, but, like, there's a middle ground that no one ever talks about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the middle ground where I'm like I like guns and I think abortion's okay.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm on both. Like, where do you put me on that?
That's-
Like, if that's both the major issues, I'm split, right? Like, I don't think you should take the gun or whatever. Like, I believe in gun control. I think, you know, I'm too stupid to tell you how to do it, so I'm not going to get involved in the conversation. Like, I don't know. I don't fucking know. How do you do it? Fuck me. I don't know. It's not my job. I'm going to tell jokes.
No, yeah.
Like, I don't fucking care.
See, I'm very, like, my thing is always, I'm for the people. Like, I like people who give a shit about what the people they're representing are saying.
But there's people out there who, like, do, like, okay, there's, like, for example, there's someone who will be like, they'll post something that they know is going to get comments on it, right? And it's going to be like, da-da-da-da-da, I'm super left, right? And then, and then someone's going to say something, and then, but the person who's posting this thing, the article is usually about accepting people. That same person is going to be like, well, fuck you, like, what cisgender fucking, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're being, and, like, they'll be the most hateful person in the comments.
System.
And I don't understand, like, that blows my mind. I'm like, I read the article. Like, that whole thing was like, you should accept everybody.
Yeah.
And you don't accept me because I think girls are cute.
Yeah.
And that's how, and I'm white. That's like a white male that think I'm a white straight male.
Yeah.
I have never suffered.
Yeah.
That's how they view it. But I'm like, dude, I grew up like you guys did, man. Like, I remember making, like, spam fried rice and shit. What do you mean? Like, I wasn't eating steaks every night. Like, it wasn't.
Yeah, I think the people who are the first ones to call out, like, straight white privilege, and it's like, you gotta, like, the whole.
I got
like,
a GED.
The core.
I've had, like, 5 dads. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
the core of that is, like, you didn't ever struggle because you were white, but it's, like, the way we've taken it, and then. On like the flip side, they're usually the same kind of people who are very classist and are shitty to poor people. And it's like, I'm like, yeah, I'm a white person, but I'm also, like, LGBT, and, like, I'm pretty fucking poor. So, like, and I've grown up like that. And
that's the crazy part is, like, if it never popped up on Facebook, I never would think about white people, black people. I would just be like, people. There's people all over. They're normal people. Everyone's a person.
Yeah.
But, like, I hate that. Like, I really, really do. I asked my mom. I have cousins when I was growing up. dad was black, mom was white, right?
Mhm.
And then the dad left the picture, like, and then they had a white mom, blonde hair, blue eyes, white dad, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yeah.
And I never even registered with me. Like,
Yeah.
I asked my mom when I was like a little, like 8, 9, 10, something like maybe 11. Like, why do some kids? That's how ignorant I was. Like, why do some kids look like they might have like a white mom and like a black dad? And she goes, "You mean your cousins?" And I was like, "Get out of here!" didn't even realize. Like,
Yeah.
so I've never been able to wrap my mind around the whole like why we're butting heads or like why some people. I just sit back and watch, man.
Yeah. I grew up with a very, Buna is a town of 4,000 people, and I'm related to half of them, and like
There's only 4,000 people there.
4,000 people.
Good lord.
And
What do you? Oh my god! Like I drive through Plainview and I get bummed out, man.
yeah, no, there's a grocery store and a Burger King, and that's about it. And a high school. Buna Cougars.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it was like I said, that's we farmed. We were all like farm type people. We grew our own food, and all my family lived there. So
That's why you were like. Dude, I feel like every small town like that is Republican.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It's super racist.
Yeah.
Everybody there racist.
That's where it's like in Illinois where my dad is at.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just like he'll tell me like, dude, I don't see it. And I'm like, man, like I was there. Like everybody there is racist.
Yeah.
Like not necessarily everybody, but like you hear conversations in like a gas station, you're like, what the fuck are they talking about?
I didn't know the real name for Brazil nuts until I was like 14.
Oh
Yeah. There was another
terrible term for it.
Yeah.
Like I think I learned that in Illinois.
Yeah.
Like I really do.
And it's totally commonplace. Like
I will give this to Amarillo. It's kind of like at least it's not as bad as a lot of places in Texas.
Yeah. No,
As far as like culture and how people treat one another, I really enjoy the fact that most people like, dude, if my car breaks down, I might go 15 minutes, but within 30, someone's stopping or someone's walking up. What can I do to help you? You know what I
today
mean?
at the gas station, I walked in, I grabbed my beer, and I was looking around, and my flip flop broke as I was on the way here, and I was looking around, just gonna get some super glue and fix it till I could get another shoe. And I went up to the counter and I was like, "Do y'all have like super glue or like tape or something like that I can buy? My shoe just broke." And they were like, "No, we don't have any, but you can staple it. I think we can do this." And like this kind old woman sat there and helped me fix my 98-cent flip flop, and it just kind of made me I feel like that's a very Texas.
My dad noticed that immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. As soon as he came back to Amarillo, he was here for like 4 days, maybe. I think a couple years back.
Yeah.
He was like, "People are so nice here." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Where I'm from, if you go like how are you doing?" You know how like we'll walk by and be like, "What's up, man? How's it going?"
Yeah.
Like most people respond with, "Good, man. How are you?"
Yeah.
Not like, "Hey," or something like, or just ghost you.
Yeah.
You know, like whenever someone does something like that, we stop. We'll stop at the grocery store and talk to a stranger for
Yeah.
like 5 minutes. Like, "Oh, cool. Glad things are working out for you."
Yeah.
Like I don't even know your name.
Yeah.
How many conversations have you been in where you go like right before you're about to end the conversation, you're like, "What was your name?"
Yeah.
"Bill." "All right, it's Skylar. Nice to meet you, man." It was like you find out the name of this person at the end of the conversation,
Yeah.
not at the beginning.
It's I love it because I'm super friendly, and we'll sit there and talk to anybody with and just listen, and I'll sit there and like have full conversations with like the person like checking out my groceries or whatever, and it's so nice. I feel like I went to like DC, and like I would like smile at people on the street and they'd just like look down or something. It was super weird, and I was like, no, I don't like this.
See, yeah, and like I said, really, I've only really as like an adult been for like Amarillo, Oklahoma City, Austin, and like Denver, stuff like that. So, and those are big cities. I don't expect anybody to talk to me. Like I'm not from there.
Yeah.
So I don't like my favorite, like not my favorite, but what I try to do, I don't want to look like a tourist.
Yeah.
Like I hate that. Like
Yeah.
like when I went to Austin with my mom, I love her so much, but like when we were there, people knew we were tourists.
Yeah.
You know, and as soon as she left, like me and my girlfriend were both fixated on being like, all right, we don't, like when we walk in here, we don't want people to be like, "You're from out of town."
Yeah.
Like let's just like just go with the flow, try to fit in, like try to like don't stand don't stand out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like there's people who are like don't order the fajitas because they hate when people to them they're like everyone's watching that come to my table. Like, and I don't like the sizzling.
Also, nobody likes making fajitas. I'm an expo and I fucking hate it.
I love ordering them.
There's so many steps. It's every time it comes up on the screen that I have to like put fajitas together, I yell at like all the servers. I'm like, I told y'all, stop letting people order fajitas. I don't like making them.
They're like, dude, it's Fajita Tuesday. What the hell do you want from me?
No.
I hate it. Like I feel that way about like anytime someone orders, and I don't even work for a restaurant anymore. But I used to have to make Monte Cristo sandwiches.
Yeah.
And anytime someone would order one, I would get so pissed because I knew I had to make whatever they ate. Like I have to make pretty much that plus a few more tomorrow. You know what I mean? And and like the process for a Monte Cristo for like the prep work is so stupid. If you're making one, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
We're making 100.
Oh,
so it's
man.
100 pieces of bread, then 100 pieces of cheese. Then you weigh out like the 3 ounces or whatever it was of like ham, and then you put 100 pieces, like do that 100 times. 100 pieces of bread, 100 pieces of cheese, and then do the 100 things of turkey the same way.
Yeah.
Then 100 pieces of bread. Then you have to flatten them, cut them, and wrap them all individually. And it was like, dude, that was like an hour and a half process. So like, you see that ticket printout and it says Monte Cristo. You're like, I'm gonna go to that table. I'm gonna fight them. I'm gonna fight them right now.
That's me with like, definitely fajitas because it's like I have to make and especially when it's busy, like we'll have like, it'll be like 40 orders coming in and I'll have 6 fajitas and like, it's a good 5 minutes to sit there and put them together. And when you've got like a million tickets and everything just like came up and I've got to sit there and make tortillas and put them in there and then get like fucking boats and then like put it on the little sizzler thing and like sit there and wait on it and then like it's so heavy. It's so, oh god.
Yeah.
Just order chicken pasta. I don't have to do anything for chicken pasta or like a steak. I just take the broccoli out of the bag and I'm like.
I'm glad I got out of the restaurant work, man.
I love it so much.
You do?
I really do. This is my first restaurant job.
Oh, okay.
And like I
started when I was 15, so
yeah,
like that was almost 15 years ago. Like I'm pretty over it. Like I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, no, I love. I've worked as like a station agent at an airport. I've worked construction. I've worked at dog kennels. I've worked retail. I've worked in cosmetics, and like this is just like something that it's every day I go there and I have a good time. Like no matter how stressful or like crazy it gets, and like.
See, I will say this. Washing dishes did help me get my shit together. Because I'd gone a while without a job when I was, like, 19.
Yeah.
And got a dishwashing job, but they let me listen to my headphones. And that was the first restaurant that had ever... Because it was locally owned. They let me, like... They're like, you pop in your headphones, just do the dishes, man. If you want to listen to music, listen to music.
Yeah.
So I got an MP3 player. Because this is a long time ago. And I made like a list, and I would just put all this music on there, and I would just put it on like I knew what order we were in, so I knew like if I wanted to skip a song, I would just do dishes, man. I'd show up, headphones. I got a raise within but that was the problem. Like I got a raise within like 4 months, kicking ass. As soon as I started making friends though, because I wouldn't talk to anybody, I'd just pop my headphones in, I'd get really fucking stoned, and then just go to work and do my job. You know what I mean? And then once I started making friends, I started fucking off, and then I started hating my job. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather be kicking it with you guys than So like I hate the complacency of where you work, and once you're complacent, you're just like, I hate this place.
Yeah, see, that's what I really like. I'm a host, and then I do the expediting, and then I also do to go, and I'm like trying to also do serving, and like I'd love for them to like put me on the line and teach me how to cook or whatever.
I was a genuinely good server because I can talk.
Yeah. So like I don't do the same thing every day. Like today I was a host. Tomorrow I'm going to be an expo. On Monday I'm going to like expo in the morning and then do to go at night. So I'm never doing like the same thing over and over.
Yeah, that's nice. Not having to do that. I was wanting to ask you something though, because you recently got into stand-up comedy.
I did.
So whenever you I know you were scared, right? Was it scary?
God.
I mean, you're used to being on stage for one alone because you're doing poetry. So that it wasn't that, was it? Like, what was scary about it?
It was. The thing was, getting up there, and worst case scenario, nobody thinks you're funny. Because I feel like if you get up there and, like, I'd been doing poetry and everything, and, you know, if you flop with poetry, like, whatever, but I feel like flopping with stand-up comedy is just, it's a lot worse. Like, it's a lot more pressure, and then you get known as that person, and I'm like, so the first time I ever did it, like, I've been writing poetry and stand-up and, like, all kinds of stuff like that since I was 15. And, like, I've just never had the balls to get up there and do the stand-up. And Matt came to me at Whiskey River and was like, do a set. And I was like, no. And then, because me and Matt had talked, I told him, like, oh, I've written stuff, but I've just never done it. And he was like, you need to get up there and do it. Because I showed up to the Whiskey River open mic, and finally, like, I got, like...
I keep, like, light burping.
Yeah, it's, like, I had gastric bypass, so my stomach...
Oh, it's
like,
me, too, though. Every time I take a drink of that tea, I burp a little bit.
No, it's, like, yeah, my stomach just makes noises on its own. So, like, Matt comes up to me and tells me that, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then I get about 3 vodka Sprites in, and I'm like, I'm going to do a set.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes is a little bit of courage, man,
So,
and, like, vodka will do it for you. That's
so,
exactly how I handle every situation before I go on stage. I go I get some drinks.
Yeah. That's, like... So I sat there, and, like, in 15 minutes, I wrote, like, a whole little, like, set. And then I got up there.
So you wrote that set that night?
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
I mean, it was stuff. It was concepts, but like that I'd had before. But like the actual like writing out the structure of the joke.
Well, how often? Like how many times have you been on stage?
Like with stand up?
Yeah, stand up.
4 maybe.
Yeah.
I've done. I think I did 2 Whiskey Rivers. I think I did 1 806, and then I did the show in Lubbock.
Oh,
so,
how was that?
Show in Lubbock was a lot of fun. I think it
was the backstage.
Yeah.
I really wanted to go check that place out, man.
It was. I feel like, and I, on the way there, like I got stoned and also drank, like, and before I got there, I had like a bottle, like a brisk bottle with like vodka in it that I was just like back there like sipping on, and so I got there and I had this, it was the set kind of what I did at Whiskey River, but I had written a lot on it and added more stuff, and I was really proud of it. I think it did really good. So
that's awesome, man. I'm excited. Comedy's starting to people are starting to actually give a shit, and then like so that's causing more and more people to want to do it.
Yeah,
which is amazing.
Yeah.
Like we actually have a roster of people that we can pull from to do shows.
There's a lot more women now. Like it used to just be like you and like Tristan and Matt. And that was it.
That was it.
And then like I did a set.
We had like Austin and stuff, but they wouldn't like the 806. It was pretty much us 3.
Yeah.
Like Austin's busy, man. Like the hooligan, so he doesn't do a lot of open mics.
Yeah. So, like I remember, I think at the Whiskey River show, I was like the only girl that got up there and did it. And then at the Lubbock show, I was like, I don't recall any other women getting up there.
Yeah.
And so it was like. I like seeing.
Is it like an extra layer of intimidation almost?
Yeah, because there's so much like female comedian stigma, like that. Either like they're up there and they're just staring at you because you're pretty, or like they're not gonna laugh at you because you're a woman, whatever. So like.
Do you have Hulu?
I don't.
Damn. There's a show called I'm Dying Up Here.
Oh, I've heard of it.
It is such a good show, and like I think you'd like it a lot. Like there's one of the comics going through like a similar like struggle of that kind of like identity crisis.
Yeah, and like I grew up watching SNL, and like my biggest idols to this day are like Gilda Radner and like Tina Fey and Amy Poehler.
Dude, my girlfriend's little cousin just got, I can't remember the exact name of the thing, but whatever Tina Fey got started in with that improv group or whatever, like the school or something, like he's going there.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so exciting.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I like when I was like 6, I was a Spartan cheerleader like for Halloween, and so I've always loved people like that, and I watched the Women of SNL special probably 60 times. I've always been a huge fan of stand-up and stuff like that, and to finally be like kind of doing it and getting into it it's great, and I'm having a good time, and I'm excited to like get back and do it, because like the last 3 months of not doing it, I've wanted to go out and like performed at open mic. It's been so crazy.
Well, that and the 806 is getting to the point to where we're actually going to ask Jason, the owner, if we can do like a monthly just comedy mic.
Yeah.
Because there's so many comedians showing up.
It's like poetry was last year. Like, we would have our, like, we had Amarillo, like, every fifth, if there was a fifth week in the month. And
See, and we've talked about that, but there's only 3 of those or something like that a year.
Yeah.
And we were I mean, I kind of feel bad about the 806 open mic. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But whenever, let's say, 17 people show up or to perform, 13 of them are comics. Comics usually take anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot of time. And so a lot of people, whether it be comics or poets or musicians, aren't getting to go up.
Yeah, that's why I really, like, I've signed up the past 3 open mics and left beforehand because I was like, I know, like, I love the comedians and I love watching them, like, but I know I'm not going to be able to perform if the comedians go on before I do.
Well, what they're doing now is they're breaking them up into groups.
Yeah.
Like, there'll be like 4, and then they'll do some poetry, and then like 4 more.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that they always close with it now.
Yeah.
And so people are having like, okay, so I had 10, but I'm only going to do 4.
Yeah.
So Colin can get up, and then Colin will do 4, so Matt can get up.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
And
but
that's how it used to be with poetry. Like, it would mostly be poets, and like I know that I would cut to like just one poem.
Yeah.
If I knew that there was going to be a ton of them, but like there's so many poets that just don't. The poetry scene's just kind of died off.
I mean, yeah. I can even recall when I first started going, like 3 years ago, when I first started doing stand up. Like, that was it. It was poetry, and then like there was like a couple of musicians, and then me, trying to do jokes, and but there was a lot of poets. I was like I didn't realize that many people did poetry.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's like, I remember one time last year there was no comedians going up, and there was this one old drunk dude that went up and tried to do stand up, and he basically just like made fun of the art, and we were just like, no.
That's a thing that happens though. People, like, everybody assumes they can be a comedian. Not everybody, but a lot of people are like, and there's how can I say it? There's a certain personality type for sure that thinks that they could be a comic, and they're really not that funny.
Yeah.
Like, they laugh a lot at their own jokes, like in social situations, and so I mean, a few people will laugh. Their close friends laugh because they understand them.
Yeah.
But as far as like just saying that to an audience, it's either offensive, sexist, or racist.
Yeah.
It's gonna be in that realm somewhere.
Yeah,
It's offensive in one of those 2 realms.
And like, I'm not the social justice police or anything like that, but if your joke is just offensive and the punchline is that it's offensive, it's probably not. Like Matt gets up there and does those like quote unquote offensive jokes, and they're hilarious.
Yeah.
But like, this guy would just get up there and the whole boat would be like, "Oh, you're a woman, get in the kitchen." It's like, that's not, no.
Yeah. See, I try, like, there's times where I'm like, I think I'm being offensive, and then like it turns out I'm not being. I wasn't sure if that deaf people driving joke was gonna land at the 806. I'll tell you that, and it hit hard.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck. Like, I was up there going like, this is it. Like, I'll either know whether this is gonna work ever, or if it only works in front of like a specific those guys that basically was just talking about, like, they'll laugh at that joke.
Yeah.
Like, so I know when I can pull it out. But like, it hit hard enough at the 806. I was comfortable with. I was like, okay, I can take this with me somewhere else. That's why the 806 is good, because if you're offensive for the sake of being offensive, nobody's gonna laugh.
Yeah.
If you do it at a bar, someone's gonna laugh.
Yeah. No, I remember I was dating this girl for a long time, and she came to the 806, and this was back when like me and Matt had just kind of become friends, and like I had like talked about this comedian and whatever that, and she was there, and he performed, and she's very social justice, like, to the T.
Yeah.
And Matt got up there before him. She texted me and she's like, I can't believe you're friends with this person. And, like, he just, is he pretending to be stupid? And I was like, no, Matt is so smart. Like,
That's the thing, though. Is like, a lot of people, they don't hear what you're saying. They just hear the negative shit you're saying. They don't, like, a lot of people won't, like, they'll be on their phone listening, like, the whole build-up of why you're saying what you're saying, they'll omit that.
Yeah.
And then so you're just left with, and then I was like, hey, bitch, sit down. Yeah, and they're like, oh my God, he's being like, first off, you don't even know what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah.
I was on mushrooms, and I was talking to a tree, okay? Like, what the fuck, because if you get off your phone, if you'd actually pay attention.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, they like, and then everybody wants to be offended. It's
Yeah.
weird.
See, that's it. Like, I don't know, I keep up with all the, like I was talking about on Matt's podcast, I keep up with all the hashtag woke or whatever shit, and,
I don't have time for that.
but it's
I don't have time for that shit.
but I mean, like, I'm not gonna, like, I don't have time to be on Facebook and, like, yell at everybody.
Well, yeah, and then, like, Patton Oswalt has a great bit about it. Where he talks about, like, if you let words, if you're fixated on words, you're gonna let a lot of evil motherfuckers through.
Yeah.
Because they learn the words quickly.
Yeah.
Like, listen to the heart. And if you listen to what I say, you'll know for sure, like, I'm very open-minded.
Yeah.
I love everybody. I don't care if you're gay.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
I literally could, like, there's, like, not an ounce of me caring at all. I don't care at all. Do whatever you want. And but, like, I may not say it correctly. I might call you the wrong pronoun. What?
See,
I failed, man. I got a GED. I wasn't even, like, if this wasn't such a big deal, I wouldn't even be able to tell you what a fucking pronoun is.
Yeah.
I learned because of this whole situation what exactly a pronoun is.
See, I listened to that, and, like, you know, absolutely what he's saying. I think, you know, wording is good to help be more inclusive and things like that, but you can't go around, like, kicking people in the balls because they said the wrong thing, especially when it changes all the time.
Well, on top of that, dude, it's like if I got mad at you for not knowing hockey terms.
Yeah.
You don't listen to hockey.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you're, like, what you guys, like, what you're telling me that I should know is so far outside my realm of, like, shit I pay attention to.
Yeah.
That it's like I love you guys. I really do. I don't care about what you want to be called. Like, I do. I'm not going to be able to learn it all.
Yeah.
I'm really not. Like, I'm going to try. But, like, and then you feel weird when you fuck it up.
Yeah.
And then you literally feel like an asshole.
Yeah, people marginalize people for not knowing these terms, even though they're, like, not in the community or whatever. That's like me, like, my best friend and my roommate I'm a huge fan of drag queens, and
I got to go ahead.
So, like,
I'm gonna leave it like that so people have to wonder.
So me and my roommate, like, Drag Race, like, RuPaul's Drag Race season 10 is going on right now.
I just know someone's like, what the fuck was he gonna say? Go ahead.
Me, I'm wondering. So
I was gonna say I hosted a show.
You hosted a drag show?
Yeah.
That's so cool. But the season's going on, and, you know, we talk about everything. So I was watching this morning and, like, showing her pictures, and she's like, she supports that I like it, but she's just like, I don't understand any of it.
Yeah. And, like, dude, there's, like, I'm like that with, like, baseball, right? Like, you might love baseball. I like the fact that you like baseball. I don't know anything about baseball.
Yeah, like I said with my ex, all the metal, I was like that. I like you and your thing.
Like, my poor girlfriend is forced to be immersed in the comedy world. Like, she's like that. It's not her choice.
Yeah.
She wants to support me, but I'm like, watch this. Like, living with me, I imagine, sucks, man. Because I will make her stop, like, watching Riverdale to come in here and watch a 2-minute clip.
Yeah.
And I'll do it, like, 9 times a night.
Yeah.
And then if she won't come in here, I'll find it on my phone and take it to her, and I'll pause it myself. Like, you gotta watch this. Like, check this out.
I'll do that. I'll send, like, pictures of, like, I'll be like, this drag queen posted this, and it was so cool, and I'll send that to my
See,
roommate.
mine's all comedy, not drag queens. I'm not in here like, dude, you gotta check out this queen.
That's me. I'm like, look at this look. She's laid it, yes.
Dude, what's crazy is like, I see, like, that, like, the Tekashi 6ix9ine hair color.
Oh, fuck that dude.
That guy's absolutely crazy, right?
Garbage. Yeah.
That guy is crazy.
Like, do what you want to do.
Imagine living his life though.
Oh god, I don't wanna having get a face tattoo, that's fine, but just the big 6ix9ine right over his forehead, I'm like, I don't know.
Dude, it worked.
It did.
It worked.
That's the way to get famous now. Is just get a face tattoo.
Yeah, and then I guess become I don't know how to get Instagram followers.
You buy them.
I'm not gonna do that. I'll just let you know right now. I'm not gonna do that.
That's how you get them, or you get retweeted by somebody famous. Or reposted by someone famous. That'll get you.
To be honest, the one time I had a successful meme, I fucking hated it. It was annoying. I had to turn my phone off to go to bed, cause it's just I got so many fucking friend requests, and it got 46,000 shares or some shit.
Oh,
It was
God.
that stupid Hastings meme, you don't know what you got until it's gone.
Oh yeah.
Just a picture of Hastings, and that happened because I was high on my couch, That's how easy that was it was just a thought. I was like, it'd be funny if there was a meme that said that. My girlfriend was like, that would be funny. You should make it. And I was like, all right. And I did it. It was that was step by step how that happened.
Yeah. That's how I have a couple of different friends who have had videos go viral. For example, the
It's annoying.
the video of the cats being dragged. The yellow cat gets dragged over the black and white one.
Yeah.
People put Evanescence and stuff over it, and that's one of my friends in Beaumont, and he hates it. So,
Yeah, well, it's cool. If it was my comedy that happened, I would love it.
Oh yeah.
If it was my podcast, or if it was a stand one of my stand up that's out there, or a stand up shot, a picture of me with one of my jokes. If it was anything like that, I would love it. I'd be so beside myself. I'd be happy. I couldn't express how happy I'd be.
Yeah.
But it was a fucking joke. It was something I literally thought 4 of my friends might be nah.
Yeah.
And that was it. I literally posted it, went to lunch, and then I had left my phone on the charger, came home, and it had 12,000. I was like, what the fuck?
God.
Yeah, we just went out to eat. It was an hour maybe. And I was blown away.
Yeah. I know a dude who got arrested.
1,200, not 12,000.
He got he had a video go viral and then got arrested because of it. He got some kind of fame, and then they found out he was had weed or something, and he got arrested. And that's
crazy.
Yeah. So
Man, it's crazy to see the people that are becoming famous though. You look at that, how so did that Catch Me Outside girl have any money like that whatsoever before all that shit? How did she end up making money off of that? That's what I don't understand. How did she...
YouTube videos.
But let's say I post the video, how is she getting money from it?
Oh,
I can't wrap my head. Was it because she went viral, so they started she did Ellen, and then that made her money, or I don't understand how she came up with all this money.
I think what happens is they excuse me, they go viral, and then they make their own content. She now makes music and makes YouTube videos and stuff like that, and I'm sure she gets paid to be places.
Yeah.
So I don't think she.
Dude, that would be dope to catch a check just to be at the opening night of a restaurant.
That's totally a thing.
That would be sick, dude. If anybody ever needs me somewhere, I'm not famous, but I'll be there. I'll catch a check. Y'all want to buy my meal for your restaurant and throw me $30, bro? I'll be there.
That's what I used to do. I used to date a musician, and I'd go to shows, and I'd get free food and free drinks, just for being there because he was performing.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
Dude, anytime I get free drinks at a show, I will never forget that person.
Yeah.
And especially if it's the bar that did it for me, I'll book there forever.
Yeah.
I'll book there forever because I've played so many places that are I'm not really making money. Every dollar I made, I spent at the bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I might be walking out of there I only spent $5 to come here tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm drunk or I'm having fun.
Yeah.
But so anytime I'm able to make, or not even make money, anytime I can just not spend money and have a few drinks and go up on stage is the best time ever.
Yeah, that's I did my. I joined a burlesque troupe recently, and I did the tip kittening, which just means I go and gather everybody's costumes and get tips and stuff like that. And They paid me like $5, and I was like, yeah, that's so cool. Like, I got to go do that, and I'm just like, you know, whatever. I'm good.
But you said you're into hip hop, right?
Yes,
All right. So Echo, you know who he is?
I've heard the name.
He's phenomenal. He just dropped a new track yesterday.
Oh,
We're gonna
shit.
listen to it.
Okay,
We're gonna jam it.
all right,
It's pretty dope.
let's jam it.
I've already done it, so. This is Echo. Go make sure to check out his YouTube channel. His album just dropped. You can purchase it. Follow on Instagram. Dude's badass, man.
I used to have a fear of heights, but I kinda like it up here, it's nice. I've been at the bottom so long that I started to run out of real sense of right, yeah. I'm glad that I didn't, stuck to my guns and now I'm all up in it. Took a minute, I'm back from hiatus and ready to get down to business. Woo! So you can take me out the game, but I don't care at all. I hit the ground before swine, really scared to fall. And if you didn't have my back when I was fucking up, I got a poster on me on your wall, then you can tear it off. See, I just been hoping I wouldn't come back, but everyone knows that I do not break, I just stop and refocus. I'm coming back for all the y'all, that's my moment. Ain't no cheat codes, I'll be busting right through. Kick that depression, don't kick it with you. Learn some new lessons, I lost something too. If you cool with the old me, you don't know the new. Everybody get a little ego when you started on top and you're not doing well. Don't nobody know how good it feels when you get a little heaven and you've been through hell. I've been making music, trying to do it for the kid who never had another chance, trying to fit in. Maybe they ain't cool to anybody in the school, but they forget about the shit and really bond when they listen. Made the decision, it's my religion, I'ma do me, I don't need your permission. I know they talking about this like it really ain't shit, but I don't think you get it. Ball in my hand, I'm not dropping it now. They talking around, but we going up and I'm not coming down. So hand me the crown, battle these demons, I'm killing them all. Building a house where I buried them all. Taking them out and I don't need a reason. Yeah, it's comeback season. Comeback season. I just been dreaming and thinking about killing them. Comeback season. I just been dreaming and thinking about killing them. Killing them. I just been thinking about it.
That scratching is crazy.
Yeah. I got a crew full of fans that die hard. Killing them. I just been thinking about it. I know they talking about this like it really ain't shit, but I don't think you get it. Starting the round and they ringing the bell. It's comeback season, I'm Johnny Manziel. Killed the old me cause I had to, but now it's been weeks and that body is starting to smell. Everybody asking if I'm really about to blow. Am I really gonna make it big this time or so? Am I gonna fall apart or keep it in control? Got some plans and I'm really trying to keep it on the low. I know that y'all just been thinking and hoping and praying I fall on my face. Got you all up in my business, but I am an astronaut, give me some space. Act under pressure, Deadpool shit, maximum effort. Lately I felt like I'm falling, but know that I'm always gonna land in the center. Give it a minute, I know that I'm getting up in it. The feeling I'm about to win has got me feeling like time with a pennant. Thinking a minute's anything that I've done, this isn't making a difference, man. I know the song is a hit when I pin it. Living it up like I'm seeing my last days. And got a crew full of fans that die hard. And that's the squad about to fill the front page, not the graves in the backyard. Ball in my hand, I'm not dropping it now. They talking around, but we going up and I'm not coming down. So hand me the crown, battle these demons, I'm killing them all. Building the house where I buried them all. Taking them out and I don't need a reason. Yeah, it's comeback season. Comeback season. I just been dreaming and thinking about killing them. Comeback season. I just been dreaming and thinking about killing them. Killing them, killing them. I just been thinking about it. Killing them, killing them. I got a crew full of fans that die hard. Killing them, killing them. I just been thinking about it. I know they talking about this like it really ain't shit, but I don't think you get it.
I'm coming back from a huge downfall to try and make, I don't know what kind of comeback it'll be, but I know that I want to get back on a football field and do what brought me so much joy in my life and makes me happy doing is my job.
Shit, that's
Dope,
good.
dude. Yeah, he just put that one out. Like his album just dropped.
Damn.
And all of his pre-orders, he was like signing. He was on Instagram showing like he's like, I'm signing this shit. He's like, I'll do whatever. I'll put a mushroom stamp on it. I don't care. Just order
Yeah.
it. I'll personalize it any way that you ask me to.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's
cool.
super funny. He's like one of my favorite people to follow on Instagram. Like
That's
his
awesome.
his stories are always like just to see the overwhelming like crowd support this guy gets.
Yeah.
He's 100% independent.
Yeah.
He shoots all of his own music videos like that. Like I'm sure he has like a production company that helps him, or just like a
Yeah.
friend or something like that. But
Mhm.
dude's awesome, man.
Yeah.
You guys make sure to go check him out. Echo, EKOH. That dude's badass.
Yeah.
But well, we're about an hour in, man.
All right.
You want to go ahead and call it?
We can.
I'm gonna drink some beers with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Do it. Thanks for being on. Do you want to plug anything? Do you have like an Instagram, Twitter?
Follow me on Twitter. There's nothing really important. I just think I'm really funny. The real Mad Dog _. Add me on Facebook. It's Madison Bonds. That's usually where I post if I'm gonna be anywhere. I have a burlesque show coming up July 14th if anybody wants to go to that. But and then I'm gonna try and be at open mics and stuff like that.
She's definitely gonna be at the one on the 20th at Urbana and Whiskey River. So
yes,
you guys,
I will.
you guys make sure to check her out there, and then don't forget the following day we have that free show, and then we have that benefit on the 24th.
Mm-hmm.
Please come help out with that benefit, and you can also go to anything that's with like Austin the Hooligan Yulin, Matt Viegas, myself, or Yellow City Comedy.
Yep.
And you can share the post, let your friends know that we're trying to raise this some money for this family. It's really important, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was really sad what they're going through. You can read about it on the article and everything like that. But yeah, please come out, help support. We're just like, I think it's $5 at the door, and we're just all the donations are going to that family. So
Mm-hmm.
peace.
Awesome.
Thanks for tuning in to the weekly Relapse. I'm Skylar.
I'm Madison.
Peace out.
Bye.